And we are live and we are underway for this watch-along, the first watch-along of the AFF Suzuki Cup 2020 or 2021, depending on if you want to go by what it's publicised as or when it's actually taking place. And this is, well, it's one hell of a game, isn't it? It promises to be a brilliant, brilliant game. It is Indonesia who play against Cambodia in Group B, a group now dominated by Malaysia after their very, very successful victory earlier over Laos. This is Indonesia's first game in the tournament. They are yet to play. Cambodia, of course, losing their opening game to Malaysia. And I must say, Malaysia looking like a really good side in this one, aren't they? Do have two tabs on YouTube open. I wouldn't want you to miss the action, but I am here to watch the game along with you. Share your thoughts and your views on how this game is going to go. Pop yourself in the chat, say hi. Looking forward to hopefully having plenty of you watching along with us today. I've got a cup of coffee and a pint of water. The coffee is to keep me in the zone. The water is to stop my mouth getting dry as I explain all the action as it happens. Quick word on the lineups for you then. Be interesting to see what formation the sides go with. Cambodia will start with first the away side in this game. Hull, Kyra, Yu, Sambath, Suth, Sosida, Chun, Min, Sieng, Kyo and Lim. I expect Kyo and Lim to be potential danger men for Cambodia. It will be an interesting game. Hello mate, how you doing? Nice to have you in the chat. Daimir, good to have you with us. I've noted the players you said. You'll notice I've pinned your comment. Really, really keen to see how those players that you've suggested are going to get on in this game. And moving on to the Indonesian lineup. Sayarul, Asnawi, Utoma Irianto, Arhan, Dewanga, Witan Suleiman, the first player picked out. Cambodia, the captain Evan Dimas, Ezra Walian also picked out, and Irfan Jaya as well. Particularly keen to see Witan Suleiman in this game, who is number 8 and looks to be playing in the centre of the park today. Keen to see how he gets on. He plays in Poland for Gdansk, as you'll see from Daimir's comment there. And Ezra Walian also plays for Persib. Interesting one, really. You know, a player playing in Poland. It's not a bad quality of football in Europe. Obviously, I'm in Europe myself. It's not a bad quality of football, but it's not massively anything to write home about. So Malaysia, for example, they got Dion Kools in the centre of the park, and he plays for he plays in Denmark. I think it's for Midtjylland. Midtjylland are better than Gdansk, for example. It would probably be a comfortable win for them. Yeah, and a few players still at their clubs, as Daimir said in the comments there as well, which is which is fair enough. Hopefully, Indonesia get to the latter stages of this tournament and can progress, and those players can join as well, which would be brilliant. Just a few moments away from kickoff. See the two captains along with the officials today. There wasn't too much in an officiating sense in the game earlier. Of course, it was a 4-0. I thought that the refereeing in a few of the other games I've seen hasn't been great. Cambodia, for example, their one goal that they scored, a penalty. I don't know what your views on that are, but I didn't think that was a penalty in the Cambodia-Malaysia game. I think a lot of people are confused by that. Hardy Rahan has joined us in the chat. I bought Suleiman on FIFA 22. Is he any good on FIFA? Here we go. We're getting gaming insights as well as talking about the game as well. It'll be interesting. Has FIFA underrated him? You get this a lot with players from regions lesser known to organisations such as FIFA. They underrate these players. I actually play PES a lot as well, which of course is an Asian-based game, developed by Konami, of course, and I feel like the players for sides like Malaysia and other teams in Asia are more fairly rated because of course Konami knows more about them. Yeah, still waiting on a few key players. Elkan Bagot and Egi Mulana Vikri. It will be very interesting. It's great to have you guys in the chat, by the way. Thanks for watching along with us today. How do you think this one's going to go? I want to get some predictions from you. My predictions are 2-0 to Indonesia or another 3-1 Indonesia. So 3-1 defeat for Cambodia back-to-back is probably my prediction. Purely because I don't know a lot about Indonesia. I've got to be perfectly honest, but I'm excited to watch them play. You'll see here, there is one man I know a lot about, Bambang Pamungkas. This is actually a very rare, match-worn shirt from Bambang Pamungkas that I am fortunate enough to own. I love football from this part of the world. I've been really excited by this tournament. And just to make things even for Cambodia fans out there, if anyone does tune in, 2-1. Hardy reckons 2-1, fair enough. The Cambodia shirt you'll see up here as well. It'll be interesting to see how this one gets underway then. I'm excited for this. Possession lost early by Indonesia. Ball out for a Cambodia throw. Camera angle looks a little bit all over the place. Frantic game. One thing I've been really impressed by has been the pace of these sides so far. And Indonesia don't look any different in that. Look to have some speed in the attacking areas as well. One of my absolute favourite things, by the way, if you've been watching the games on YouTube, as they're all live on YouTube, which is great. If you've been watching them, you will also know the ridiculously weird comments that a lot of people put in. It seems like a lot of sides from this region have supporters who really don't like other sides from the region. I've actually had to block a few because there was a few people commenting that just really, really annoyed me. I've seen a comment in the chat from Hardy, a penalty. He's predicting a penalty at some point in this game. Wouldn't surprise me. There's been some really weird officiating so far in this game. Some really weird officiating as Indonesia break forward. I thought there might have been a free kick there to Indonesia as well. First chance for them to get down the wings. A really weird comment coming from me now. I really like red versus blue as clashes between kits. See I've got it at the bottom there as well, that you can see. Oh, Indonesia looking good here. They're on the attack early on. In-swinging ball, perhaps. No, he's played it out to the fullback. Deliveries come in. Not a great ball into the box. But they get it again. They've recycled it. That's a better ball in this time. Headed away. Good defensive header. Oh, dear. And a shank forward from the Indonesian. You got to go for it, I suppose. We've seen every team in this tournament have a pop from distance. It's never really worked yet. But, there is still time. So we've had one school prediction. Anyone else dare to chuck in their prediction for this tournament? Who do they think is going to come out on top? First chance for Cambodia here to pass the ball around. Is that a bit sluggish defending? Oh, they get away with it this time. And now they look to counter-attack. Indonesia's certainly the side pressing. It's not actually a lot in between these two sides in terms of FIFA World Ranking. We spoke about this on our tournament preview show at DNQ. Be difficult because not a lot of people know what Indonesia are really like. Is that... Oh, the referee says, just get up. Ooh, I thought there was going to be an early penalty there, actually. Ooh, I think that could be a pen on another day. Long range effort comfortably wide. Would have been a harsh penalty, but I think... Oh, that's taking a deflection on its way through. Witan, first time we've seen him. I thought that could have been a penalty there to Indonesia. The defender just stands his ground, I suppose, and the striker runs into him. If he leans into it slightly more, the defender, then it's definitely a pen. But not given on this occasion. Indonesia with a corner early stages. It's going to be an in-swinger from the captain. Ball comes in, flicked on, goal! Indonesia take the lead! So simple for Indonesia, and it's 1-0. That was all too easy. Oh my goodness, we've seen a lot of teams score from corners in this tournament. Malaysia earlier as well, but never as easy as this. Oh my goodness, this is unmarked. Less than 4 yards, I didn't say 4 yards out, it's 2 or 3 yards out, just heads it in. Terrible marking, terrible defending. But Indonesia, they won't care one bit. What a start that is for Indonesia. Let's just change this here, because it is 1-0. And it's Irianto up from centre-back. First chance. First goal. Such a simple goal. Almost painfully easy, that one. How long in are we into this game? 10 minutes into the live stream. So 5 minutes into the game. And it's 1-0 already. And that will change the game plan for Cambodia. Irianto, you'd have got good money on Irianto scoring first. I thought he'd be playing more of a centre-back role, but I'm actually very interested to. It looks like a very flexible formation here from Indonesia. Lots of players just taking up positions of space rather than a set formation. The high press and a free kick to Cambodia. How do you feel that this game is going to go now that a goal has gone in so early? A great start from Indonesia. I know Indonesia has a huge fan base, and a chance here. Pace in behind. Poor defending. A chance, Indonesia. Could they make it two? Ball goes all the way across. Still half a chance. Still. Oh, cleared. And still the chance is alive. I think that it's over now. The ball cleared back. A chance for two there already. This could be a long afternoon for Cambodia. Ball back to the Cambodian keeper. If you are watching along with us, drop a like, drop a subscribe. It's not just this tournament that we follow. We follow tournaments from all around the world, so you can find out stuff about your national team, but you can find out about football from all around the world as well. Bit of poor defending from the Indonesians, and Cambodia now have a chance. They've taken a quick throw in. Ball scooped high and wide to the back post, controlled well, but the ball just escapes the Cambodian forward. And here, oh my goodness, what pace. Irfan, unbelievable pace from Irfan Jaya. Fantastic. 4-1. Now the claim from Bang Bang in the chat. I respect it. The early goals come in. Could be a long afternoon for Cambodia, this, couldn't it? This will potentially be a huge statement for the group. If Indonesia can really kind of put a concrete win together here, they've got half a chance to create again. Cambodia not given the space to breathe at the moment, and they're playing risky. They've gone back to their own goalkeeper. Lovely ball out from the keeper. Game's been stopped because the ball is on the pitch. I don't understand why no one at any point has kicked that off. It's been on the pitch for about 5 minutes. I don't know why anyone's... Yeah, I completely agree, Hardy. I don't know why a ball was on there. You could see the referee pointing to it earlier in the game, just saying there's a ball there. I don't know why, when the ball was switched from right to left, the ref didn't just say to one of the Indonesian players, can you just go and kick that off the pitch? It's probably about 5 minutes of the ball being on the pitch there. Tussle in midfield. I don't think that's a free kick. I think that's a 50-50, but Cambodia get the free kick anyway. We're 9 minutes in here. Indonesia on top. Cambodia now on the attack. Good run. Oh, cut out. And this is where it will now be risky for Cambodia, because the more they flood forward, the more they'll leave themselves open. Ball over the top. Again, looking for the pace of Irfan Jaya. Nothing happening on this occasion. Be interesting to see how this one shapes up. No clear-cut chances from open play. Of course, just the goal from the corner. That ball's going to go out. Oh no, it isn't. Brilliantly kept in by the Cambodian, and this is a good attack that they're building up here. Can they get it in the box? No. Is it going to go for a corner? No. Throw in Cambodia. Good game so far, this one. Thanks to everyone who's watching along with us. Frantic, I'd say, this game. Ball won back high up the pitch by Indonesia. Ball breaks down. Still on it though. Captain on the ball now. I'm surprised they've not got more players wide. I think, Cambodia are clearly going to try and defend the box in numbers. And they've had the most luck, Indonesia, when they've got the ball out to this left-hand side. But they don't seem to have anyone wide right. I think that will be looking at Arhan playing particularly well, along with Jaya. Oh, never a foul. Pulled up for a free kick on the Cambodian. That's definitely not a foul. That's definitely not a foul. I think Irfan Jaya's playing really well with Arhan down this wing. No, it's just shoulder to shoulder. That's just strength. The moment Indonesia are on top, be interesting to see the fitness, because they're playing very frantically so far. We're 12 minutes into this game. Drop a like, drop a comment, drop a subscribe. Free kick. Is it? Or is it just a throw in? No, nothing given, just a throw in to Indonesia in their own half. Indonesia, of course, big fan base. It is a very nice t-shirt, Ollie. You are absolutely right. I thought I'd wear neutral colours for this fixture. Of course, it's red versus blue and I'm wearing yellow. I didn't realise that would, of course, give the impression that I'm a Malaysia fan. As it does. High and wide, ball out to the right-hand side, controlled well. Indonesia coming forward here, and the ball just passed out of play. Not got enough players in the wide positions, Indonesia, at the moment. Tactically, they're trying to break down a side that are defending narrowly, and they're trying to pass through the middle. You need fullbacks and wingers really out wide in good positions like they are now. You can spray balls over the top but out wide as well. We've seen it with Malaysia, actually, and it worked well against Cambodia. Get balls into the box from out wide. They're wide again now, Indonesia. See, they're having the most chances when they get the ball wide. Poor delivery. Easily cut out. They go again. They need to recycle it. Ball should come out to this left-hand side now, as it does. Where's your winger? Where's your winger? Not there. Fullback. Well played. Ball's gone out to the opposite wing. Overcooked it. I've not been astounded by Indonesia so far. They've not amazed me. Had a few good players. So one player is Jaya playing really well. Ball into the box. Is it an own goal? Oh, no, it's a brilliant clearance. It's an absolutely brilliant clearance. The ball into Walian, I think the ball was heading towards. It was brilliantly cut out. Stunning ball across. Oh, just a toe on it. But of course, it's another corner for Indonesia. They scored their first goal from a set piece. Can they do it again? The hand goes up from the captain. Similar delivery, same area. Almost another chance. Our hand now on the ball. Goes wide. He'll need to... Should have made an overlapping run there and didn't. Indonesia have got away with one there. They lost the ball with not very many players back, but Cambodia couldn't do enough to break them down. 6,000 people watching this game on YouTube. It's great that this game's been made available. Indonesia dominating the ball, not doing a huge amount with it, and there's an offside 15 minutes in. So we're 15 minutes into this game. Indonesia haven't shown me anything that makes me think they're a level above the other teams in this tournament. But I think that they could reach the semi-finals. It's going to be tough, isn't it? Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia. Of course, Vietnam the side with a bye in this game. Week, should I say. They're on 3 points. Laos on 0. Cambodia on 0. And of course, Indonesia on 3. Very early stages to say that they're on 3, of course. But so far, dominant in this game. Where are you watching from? That would be good to know. If anyone is from anywhere brilliant from around the world and you're watching, let's discuss how good YouTube is at getting people from all around the world together. Anyone watching from anywhere other than the UK is different from where I am. I am here in England. It'd be great to let us know if you are from Indonesia, if you're currently in Indonesia. The same goes, of course, for Cambodia or anywhere else in the world. Brilliant tackle. Brilliant tackle. Indonesia reclaiming the ball. And a chance now for Indonesia. They've gone long. They've gone direct. It's the captain. Oh, my goodness. It's in. It's in. It's 2-0. I have to say, it all comes from that brilliant tackle. But I think that this is poor keeping. I think that this is poor goalkeeping. It's Evan Dimas, the captain. A goal and an assist for him so far in this game. I think it's the second shot on target. See this again. Really good play from, I think it's Suleiman, just to bully the defender. Oh, it dribbles into the bottom corner. Suleiman uses his body well, stops the defender from heading it. Good strength from Dimas as well. Oh, it takes a deflection. It takes a big deflection on the way through. And I think that that's the difference. I think that that is the difference. Let's update this then, shall we? Because all of a sudden, before you know it, it's 2-0. It is 2-0 in this game. Is it game over already? Is it game over already? I was harsh on the keeper there to start with. I will change my tune now. It takes a big deflection on the way through. That creates a little bit of backspin, a little bit of side spin, and the keeper unable to get there. So I don't think that that's necessarily poor keeping. I think it's worth a go from Dimas. It's not a particularly stunning effort, but it was worth a go. But yeah. Hardy pointing out correctly, and it is an important stat, particularly I find in this part of the world, the head-to-head record of which Indonesia, comfy victors at the moment. Cambodia yet to get a win against Indonesia, and it's looking very much like it's going to be that in this game as well. Currently Indonesia 2, Cambodia 0 as the ball swung into the box. It's a chance for 3. No, just pulled wide. Ooh. Irianto again looking for his second goal in the game. This is going to be really, really interesting to see how the rest of this game goes, actually, because it's easy to say. Easy to say that Indonesia are just going to coast to a victory here, and I think they easily could. Just pinned that comment from Hardy. I think it's a really important point to make. Cambodia never winning against Indonesia in a head-to-head. Cambodia need to be sensible here because Indonesia growing in confidence. They sweep the ball in. Oh, that's horrific. That is horrific. We really got underneath it. It's like a golf swing. It almost looked like it was off a tee based on how high that went up in the air. Cambodia need to be sensible here. How do you approach this from a Cambodia point of view? Ah, they've lost the ball again. This is going to get painful to watch. Indonesia dominant. It's a long throw. Keeper comes and punches. Keeper did well there. It's interesting to know that they've got a long throw in their locker, actually, Indonesia. I've been really impressed with the number 12, the left back. Finds himself again in a central position. Good trickery. Gets the ball wide. Brilliant play. Ball in. Oh, just wide. Just wide. I think that was Walian with the strike. Yes, it was. Plays for Persib, of course. That was a really good effort. Good play. Been really impressed with Arhan in this game. Other than Dimas, I think that he's been, man of the match so far. You have to say Dimas because it's a goal and an assist for him at the moment. Irianto's also played well. You know what? I really like Irianto. The tucked shirt. I've got so much respect for it. Just shirt tucked in, formal. Just go about my business like a boss. "19 years of age, Arhan. 19 years of age. Wow. What a player he is. I think he's playing really, really well. Oh, Indonesia winning every single battle out there on the pitch. Every second ball. Everything going their way. Oh, big tackle. Yeah. Irfan Jaya, big tackle. That could be a yellow card. I don't think it will be. Cambodia take it quickly. Oh my goodness. Oh, game needs to be stopped now. Big head collision. Big head collision. Oh, he might be alright. He is conscious. He is okay. He is awake. But the Indonesian looks to be in some trouble here. That was a big clash of heads. A big clash of heads. Ball went long. Oh, he hits the shoulder, doesn't he? The Cambodian doesn't do anything wrong. He jumps and wins the ball, but it's just right against the shoulder, and the landing didn't look nice either. Yeah, that was a big hit. He looks okay. He looks okay, which is good. You have to stop the game for things like this. As much as the landing can sometimes be as problematic as the impact itself. He looks okay. He's a big, strong boy. Indonesia just looking strong here. Physically strong. Physically dominant in this game. What is Ketsuki Honda going to do? How can he change this game from a Cambodia perspective? Because at the moment it's just looking comfy for Indonesia. All Indonesia need to do is be sensible here though. They're still going with the high press. Still very aggressive high press. They will give away free kicks, Indonesia, but they don't seem too concerned about that. God, the press, the pace of this game is electric. Free kick, and literally, as I've said it, a free kick given away to Cambodia. I don't think Indonesia will mind this. They clearly fancy themselves in a physical battle, and they want to just put in challenges. There might be a booking or two later in this game. But the high press is, it's been potent so far in this game. And I can see why Indonesia have set up like that tactically, because Cambodia don't look confident on the ball. And now that Indonesia got, well, certainly the opening goal, the first goal, and obviously the second adds to it, Cambodia now need to attack, and that's going to be Cambodia's undoing potentially. I think these sides sometimes, you go 2-0 down and they think, oh, right, game plan out the window, let's just attack. Whereas actually, a little bit of patience, slow build-up. Looks like the game's going to be stopped here. Utan Suleiman is the man down. Ryuji plays in Malaysia, Ryuji Utoma. Looks like a big boy, big strong player. I think physical advantage will be something, to not underestimate in this tournament. We've seen the goal from Irianto, the first one. I love that tucked shirt, looks so professional. The second goal, again, a bit of strength utilised, big deflection, but it's a goal nonetheless. I think that the physical battle is going to be huge in this tournament. Asian sides, as we know, aren't always the biggest, aren't always the strongest sides. We saw it in the Mahinda Rajapaksa tournament between sides like Sri Lanka and the Seychelles, Bangladesh and the Maldives. The Seychelles ended up winning that tournament really because they were just so much more physical. Of course, the only side from Africa that competed in that tournament. I think, the pace and the agility from these Asian sides is fantastic, all of them with a huge amount of pace. But strength will be a huge aspect to this tournament. That's definitely a free kick. Definitely a foul. And Indonesia with a chance again if they get this right. The captain is over it again. Dimas looking for his second assist of the game. I'm sure Irianto will be looking for his second goal of the tournament as well. Safawi Rashid, of course, the man to catch now after his hat-trick earlier. Oh, they've taken that free kick quickly and it's not worked at all well. Cambodia hesitant to counter-attack, but the ball played and it's just overcooked. What has the possession been in this game? Yeah, Hardy, I think there will be some more watch-alongs. Depends how the groups shape up, because there's some really big games. I think, I wanted to do a watch-along for this tournament, just to test it, just to see if people would kind of join, would watch along, if it was something that we wanted to do going forward. And I think, some of the bigger fixtures, and that's no disrespect to Cambodia, but, I think that Indonesia, Vietnam, or Indonesia, Malaysia, for example, are going to be the real key games in this, the more tactical affairs, and there will be some more watch-alongs for that. Cambodia currently playing like Man City, passing the ball around the back, and they do get a goal kick in the end. But yes, there will be more watch-alongs, so do subscribe and do drop a like on this. It's great to have you guys in the comments, and let other people know that there's a watch-along going on, and we're all having a nice, friendly chat about the football as well, which is good, because honestly, that's part of the reason why I started doing these watch-alongs, is the chat in the other games. I think I've got a setting on so that you can only put a message in every 20 seconds or something, because the chat in the others, here's a chance though, good defending, and I think that's going to go for a goal kick. Yes, it is. The chat in the other one is just unbearable. In the actual video on YouTube, there's so much going on. You can't keep up with anything. There's a lot of chat that's not particularly nice or friendly. I don't think that it's regulated as a chat. What are Cambodia doing here? They're passing it around their two centre-backs. Now they look to come forward. They played that quite well, actually, in the end. Risky. And the ball given away. Cambodia do attack, but they're barely getting into the Indonesia half at the moment. Camera angle needs to catch up because I can't see what's going on. There we go. 2-0. Goals from Irianto and Dimas. I'm sure Indonesia will be looking for more as there's a chance. Dragged wide. It's an unfortunate attempt. Just pulled wide by Ricky Cambodia. But again, Cambodia losing the ball in their own half. And that proving really damaging for Indonesia. Safawi Rashid hat-trick. If you're from Indonesia, who are you worried about most in this group? Are you worried about Malaysia? Are you worried about Vietnam? Or do you have a strange suspicion that Laos will cause you troubles? Well, Cambodia half a chance here, but it's good keeping. Comfy goalkeeping. It's looking relatively simple, this game. I think if Indonesia turn it up, a little bit of quality from them, and I think that there will be more goals in this game. Might put the commentary on quietly in the second half. Ball swept forward. Is there a chance here? Yes, the captain will get there. Evan Dimas is on the ball. Looks to swing it into the box. Overcooks it, does he? Yes, cut out at the back post. But possession regained. A little bit of tiki-taka from Indonesia, but they don't quite get that right. Let's try and get loads of people on this watch-along. Thailand-Vietnam would be the dream semi-final for Hardy. Who do you think would win that game, Hardy? Because I'm not sure. I've only seen both sides play once. You know, Thailand played against Timor-Leste. It was only a 2-0. I know Thailand are quite good, but yeah, I think that Singapore will get out of Group A. And I think the big game is, well, I think the Singapore-Thailand game is a big game, but more for Thailand. I think that it's the Philippines that will be worrying Thailand at the moment. We've only seen them play once. It was 2-1. It could have been more. Singapore, I think, are really impressing a lot of people at this tournament. And I think that Singapore will definitely get through it, but it's about who they play. Ball swung into the box. It's another corner. It's from the other side. It's a third goal. And it's Irianto again by the looks of things. It is 2 corners, 2 goals from corners. Really, really poor defending. But Indonesia won't care because they are 3-0 up. 3-0 Indonesia. What's the marking? Again, Irianto, I mean, what a jump. He's like a salmon. But he's about 4 yards out again. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's a mixture of poor defending and, you know, the keeper has to come or go and he finds himself in no man's land. As soon as Irianto wins the header. Oh, set pieces again. Set pieces again. Irianto, 2 goals in this tournament. Wow. I bet you'd have got good money on Irianto to score 2 in this game. And, you know, if I was Indonesia now, I'd just be putting balls into the box. Because if you win corners, you've already proven Cambodia can't deal with it. Cambodia themselves with half a chance now. The ball's broken very kindly for them. Will they get a shot at goal? It's good defending from Indonesia. I think that's gone for a corner, yeah, but it's good defending from Indonesia just to crowd it out. Set pieces again. Yeah, second legs. That's a good thing to talk about, you know. Anything can happen. Is there an away goals rule for the side that's technically away? I actually don't know the answer to that question. Because, of course, if it was geographically home and away, that's something different. But is there a home team, away goal rule in this? Not sure. But 2 legs, anything can happen. You could be 3-0 down after the first leg and you still have a chance. Set pieces. Can't be undone this easily from set pieces as Cambodia try and get one of their own, but the corner is overkicked. A very, very... Let me just turn a little bit of volume on.
Well, they're a pale shadow at the moment, I'm afraid. The Cambodians from what they were against Malaysia.
Just a little bit of volume on. Just a little bit of volume on in the background. Not sure you can even hear it, really. I think Suzuki Honda will be under a bit of pressure after this game, depending on the final scoreline, because it's 3-0 in 34 minutes. "35 minutes into this game. Indonesia 3, Cambodia 0. Can't really believe what I'm watching here. Malaysia do have a big goal difference after the 4-0 win today. But I think that there will be more goals in this game. I can't see anything other than... I can see Cambodia getting a goal because I think, you know, Indonesia could switch off defensively. But I can't see anything other than Indonesia scoring more. Next goal, crucial, but that was the case at 2-0. Cambodia with a chance now from the set piece of their own. Can they get a better delivery into the box? It's an outswinger, which haven't been that good so far in this tournament. That's a good delivery though, and it's a goal! Cambodia are back in this. Wow, what a game we're seeing here. It's 3-1. That is an absolutely brilliant delivery, a brilliant header. And I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Wow. It's a brilliant header at the near post. I must say, rule format for aggregate scores tie. Second leg away goals rule won't be used. Extra time. Extra time. Thanks for clarifying that for me, Hardy. That's really useful to know. So, yeah, like you say, you know, after the first leg, even more so. The second leg, really interesting. There's a good goal from Cambodia. I always find it quite difficult with an out-swinging corner because the header has to be right. But that literally, we've seen 3 goals from corners in this game, all of them near post. Chance! Oh! Rebound over. Should have been 4-1. Should have been 4-1. Oh, it was Irfan Jaya with a bicycle kick. Oh, that would have been something special. The miss after is horrific. The ball delivered into the box, not defended at all well. Flicked up by Jaya and he bicycle kicks it off the bar. The rebound, why he goes with the side foot there. With that chance, you have to get your body over the ball and drill it into the ground. It's an open goal. Yeah, So I think set pieces are going to be pivotal in this game for both sides. I mean, that's a foul. I mean, three goals from corners in the first 38 minutes of this game. Other sides will be watching this. Malaysia, of course, scoring themselves from a corner today. Safawi Rashid at the back post, and I think they scored in their first game from the corner as well with Saifiq Ahmad. And, you know, we've seen a lot of goals from set pieces in this tournament. It's been a great game to do a watch along for so far. Ball floated in towards the back post. That's easy enough for the Cambodian keeper. Can Cambodia get a counter-attack now? They're always a side that can get a goal, Cambodia. I thought they were lucky in their first one. I think that's fair to say. To get the penalty late on, it wasn't a penalty. Should have just been a 3-0 game. But nonetheless, they've scored in this game from a set piece. Cambodia, of course, therefore, yet to score from open play. That does have to be factored in. As Hardy has said, Cambodia will try and get set pieces. They'll try and get corners. It was a corner that didn't really need to happen. There it is. Another set piece. And a chance for Cambodia. Substitution, and the player coming off is a player that I picked out. Clearly a little injury there. Number 12 is off. Here's a chance before half-time. Imagine if they got this back to 3-2. It's decent delivery. It's well cleared. Danger still not away. Cambodia on it. Still a chance. Oh, well read. It's not done. It's not done. Is there a chance for a counter-attack? No, not on this occasion. Ball swept away. Throw in. Kazuki Honda. Little cheeky control from him there. Sure, he wishes he was still out there playing. Chance here for Cambodia. Good strength from the forward man. I think that's a goal kick. Yes, it is. Well defended in the end. If you are watching, get in the chat, say hi. It's been a good game this so far. Good play. That wasn't the right pass though by the substitute. Could have played forward there, Indonesia. They'll be looking for a fourth goal just before half time. Poor ball in by Witan. If you are watching along, hit subscribe, hit that like button. Great to have you with us today. What a game so far. An exciting second half, I'm sure. We've seen lots of goals in the second half in this tournament. My money would probably be on Indonesia. I think that their fitness levels will make a difference going into the second half. Cambodia do well there. They've been better since they scored, Cambodia. Really, the first 25... Oh, brilliant skill by the Cambodian winger. Fantastic challenge from Ryuji Utoma. Brilliant tackle from him. And the ball kept in as well. Indonesia sweep the ball long. Good play all round that. The free kick to Cambodia just inside the Indonesian half. They play it quickly. Camera needs to catch up with what's happening. Ball out wide, Cambodia. No options. Ball swept inside. Cambodia on the ball again. Playing some good interplay now. I thought he was going to go for a goal there. Oh, that was well read by the defender, but the Cambodian forward does well. This is good football. Ah, that's poor. Poor in the end. Chantia there, just loose. How did Indonesia go about this tactically? Indonesia probably looking at this thinking we've maybe got one more chance. Get a goal before half time. They're pretty happy at the moment. Indonesia faithful in good numbers here in Singapore. Irianto with 2 of the 3 goals for Indonesia, both from set pieces. There's just 1 minute of added time, despite the 4 goals. Thought there might be 2 minutes of added time, given that there were literally 4 goals. Going to stay on for a couple of minutes after the half-time whistle is blown, just to gather the thoughts of everyone who's joined us. See what we think about this game so far. And then I will duck off with a D. And the stream will still be going. But that's your chance to drop a like, drop a comment, drop us a subscribe. Half-time whistle goes.
We've had 4 goals in the first half here.
The half-time whistle has gone in this game.
The best start of any side so far. Remember, that campaign has just started this evening.
Let's hit the mute button. If you are watching along, what are your views on that first half? Drop a comment in. Let us know how you think that went. A really interesting half. Only 1 goal from open play, despite there being 4 goals in the game. Quite incredible, really. Indonesia currently 3-1 up against Cambodia. At one point, it looked like Cambodia could have just gone home. Or it looked like Indonesia could have gone home and Cambodia wouldn't have got back into the game. It was 3-0 after half an hour. But then the 4th goal of the game going to Cambodia. It was always going to be an important goal. And who knows what this second half is going to have in store. I thought that this would be a more cagey affair. I agree with Artie. I didn't expect 3-1 at half time. I don't know if it's going to be all of a sudden, like a 6-2 in the second half, or if it's going to finish 3-1. I really don't know. I think that the first 15 minutes of the second half is so important. We see the goals back now. Irianto, really 2 really good headers from him, but unmarked, easy goals. And the other goal for Indonesia, deflected effort from the captain, Evan Dimas, and that's what's changed the game so far. If you're watching along, 5-2. Imagine if it's 5-2. It honestly could be, though. There's been half chances. Indonesia have definitely been the better side in this first half. But that goal is going to change things. I'm really excited for the Indonesia-Vietnam and Indonesia-Malaysia games now, though. I think that those games will be unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. Yeah, an interesting one, Afiq. I'm not sure. Can Cambodia get back into it? I think it's unlikely. I do think it's unlikely, but one thing that you can guarantee from Cambodia is that they're going to make a game of this. They're going to attack. They're going to try and score goals. We saw it against Malaysia. It doesn't matter how far downbeat they are. They're always going to try and get back into it. Apart from Irianto, who do I think's had a good game? Well, I thought that Arham was playing well before he came off. I think that the captain has played well, Evan Dimas. But I actually think that the best player, arguably, it wouldn't be it would be Irianto, obviously, for man of the match at the moment. But one of the best players for me so far has been Ifan Jaya, the number 25. I think that he's been one of the best players in this game so far. I think he's just buzzing around, a few half chances himself, and I think that if he can sort of last this whole game, I think that he will be one of the key players on the counter-attack in the second half for Indonesia that will make a big, big difference. I'm going to go and refill the kettle because my coffee cup is now empty. I suggest you go and do the same. We've got about 10 minutes before the second half starts. It's been great to have so many of you with us. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, all that standard YouTube stuff. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Just join me for the second half and get in the chat because it's been great to have you with us so far. Loving this game. A real advert for football in this part of the world, in Southeast Asia, and I can't wait for what the second half will bring. I will see you in about 9 minutes' time. I will see you then. We are back with about 90 seconds or so before the start of the second half. How do you see this second half going? Is it going to continue to be Indonesian dominance? Or are Cambodia going to get back into this one? Drop a comment, drop a like, drop a subscribe. Whatever you may wish to do on the channel. And of course, share this watch along. Why don't we get as many people as humanly possible to watch this watch along with us? That would be great. You know who it would be great for? Me. Am I selfish to say that? Yes. But it is true. At least I'm honest with you. It would be absolutely brilliant for us to get as many viewers on this as possible, because that would make me feel really, really good. Having said that, the most important thing is that the people who do watch enjoy it and get involved with the comments and the subs as well. Teams coming out for the start of the second half. How do you see this one going if you're watching along? Final score predictions. I said 2-0 or 3-1 at the start of the game. Did I mean at half-time? No. Again, a truth bomb. But who knows? Maybe we will see a dead second half and maybe it will finish 3-1. I think that there will be a couple more goals in this game. There's a lot of players at this tournament we've spoken about already that are naturalised. It's a really interesting one, actually, the whole naturalised debate. How important is it to you all as fans of these sides that players who play for you have grown up in Southeast Asia, have played in Southeast Asia? How important is it? I'm seeing Igbenefo come on now for Indonesia, for example. Looks like a powerhouse of a player. Mamadou Soumaré, a good example as well for Malaysia. Players that haven't, you know, for a long time haven't had citizenship. We saw it earlier in the game. We saw it earlier in the game as well with Laos. Their best player, arguably, is only gained citizenship recently. And this is why I don't watch the, or this is why I partly do these watch-alongs instead of getting involved with the chat on the videos, because already I'm seeing some racism in the chat. Players are on then. Players are on and the second half is underway. How do we think this one is going to go? One thing you can, of course, do is block people on chat. And that's, I think, what I will do. Chance early on. Cambodia! Saved. The number 11's come on. I thought he'd be playing in an attacking position, but seems to come on and be playing right back or more defensively. I speak about naturalised players because, you know, obviously I'm from the United Kingdom. We have a lot of players represent a lot of nations that they've maybe, you know, not necessarily been to before. They're not a huge part of it. you know, we spoke to a few players on the channel as well. We do international interviews, and you know, the whole naturalisation of players. I think I agree with Daimir's comment. I think that it can be useful for sides in this region. I think it can elevate teams. Perhaps not at the standing of Indonesia, but other sides like Laos, for example. I think it's important that players, you know, who are eligible to represent them, do represent them if they are of the required level, because I think that that's the only way that these sides are really going to improve without huge investment into the infrastructure of football. Chance here. Ashwari's done well. It's a good pullback. It's a good save. Chance on the rebound. It did strike a hand, but no handball given by the referee. I agree that that wasn't handball. I thought it was a bit too close to him. Good attack though. Ashwari does well down the right. Brilliant pullback. The strike is good. Keeper saves it. And then on the rebound, the arm is extended away from the body. Get another view of it here. Oh no, we won't get another view of it here. Cambodia on the ball, broken down. It's actually Cambodia who have started this second half on the front foot. Ooh. Slow start to this second half. We get a little bit of commentary, a little bit of background noise in there. Benefo sweeps it forward. Dimas is on the ball. Irianto and Dimas look like a good sort of central midfield partnership in there, don't they? Cambodia being forced all the way back. Good skill from Ezra Walian. He gives the ball away himself. Now Cambodia come forward. Really good pace from both players. Oh, good tackle. Oh, Witan Sulaiman did well. Cambodia are on it. They're not looking bad at all. Cambodia in this game. We're going to switch it now, and they do, out to the fullback. It'll be interesting to see how this second half starts to shape up. Ball swept forward. Flag didn't go up. The Cambodian forward should have done a bit more there.
Natural target man up there today. Chandratanaka had that role against Malaysia. But it has got the Cambodian fans in the stadium rather lively.
Cambodians have started this second half very well. We're 5 minutes in.
Indonesian fans doing their part. It really is great in this part of the world, Southeast Asia. Fans so passionate.
Good skill, good trickery. But the chance wasted, and Cambodia sweep it up defensively, but they're playing some nice football, but in their own third, where you think maybe just get the ball clear, and now they do go clear. Nick Bonefo can easily deal with that. Another loose ball through, easily dealt with. By the Cambodian, but they've given the ball away in their own final third. Ball swept in from the man from Persib. Oh, what on earth is he doing there defensively? Oh, and the ball given away again. Indonesia have had a couple of half chances and have wasted them at the start of this second half.
Sulaiman.
Good play, good play. Great play. Dimas.
Return ball from Witan Sulaiman, who sinks to his knees. Good interplay between Sulaiman and Dimas.
Sulaiman and Dimas play well. I thought Sulaiman was going to get the goal then. Really good play between them. How does this end up going over? It's just a missed kick. It might take a deflection on its way over. Indonesia now, they've sort of rode out the first 5 minutes of Cambodian pressure, and now they're starting to assert their own dominance. Good strength, good play, ball out wide, chance. Goal! Thunderous finish, and it's 4-1.
He's only just come on.
And Rumakayek, number 20, big shoes to fill. And he has done so far in this game. He has made it 4-1. That is a brilliant finish from Rumakayek. It's a good attack. The ball played out wide. It's a really good bit of play, but that's a sweeping finish. One of the best finishes we've seen so far in this tournament, I'd say. There have been some good goals, but that's one of the best out-and-out finishes I've seen in this tournament. Really, really nice. Nice goal. And it's 4-1. What does that mean for this group? Well, it means that Cambodia are bottom of it and likely to remain that way. Goal scoring, not a problem for them. Goals against seems to be the big problem. They come forward again here. They've had a few half chances on the attack. But they just can't keep a clean sheet. They just can't keep teams out. And I've actually been more impressed, even though they've only played one game so far, with... Have they played one game so far or two? So Timor-Leste's defensive shape. Oh no, I think they have played 2 games. So it's Vietnam who haven't got a game this week. Of course, Timor-Leste lost to, I think it was Myanmar. But I've been more impressed with Timor-Leste defensively, despite them on paper being the worst side. Cambodia, I think, weak defensively. If you've joined us and you're watching along, what do you think? Let us know in the chat. How do you think this second half's going to go? First goal to Indonesia. Will Cambodia run out of steam? Could Indonesia start to run away with this game? Cambodia going forward. Great trickery, but good defending. Irianto.
A triple substitution for the Cambodians.
Cambodia now 3 subs coming on at once. Don't necessarily disagree with the decision. I think this game is now done. I think that they need to get the captain on. Okay, not the captain, the vice captain, Kuch Sukumfeg. We're bringing him onto the pitch personally. Nora has come on for Sociedad. It's going to be a really interesting remainder of the second half, isn't it? Let us know how you think this game's going. Free kick at the moment to Cambodia. A chance for them to get back into the game. We've seen them from set pieces already. They're a good side. Ball swept in. It's going goal bound. Well defended. Suleiman does well. Rolls his man and now it's into the captain who sprays it forward. It's a brilliant ball. It's an even better touch. Indonesia have a chance here. Slightly overcooked the final ball. Indonesia there on the counter-attack. First time we've seen clear Indonesian counter-attack. They had a chance there, didn't they? Cambodia play... Oh, really nice nutmeg. But Cambodia play a lot of good football, but some basics that you need to do in a game of football. You can pass it as many times as you want. I've said already, there's only one stat that counts. Cambodia with another free kick. I'm not sure that that one was. I'm not sure that he could have done a lot about that one personally. It's been great to have so many of you join us. I think we've got 5 or 6 people watching along, which is really, really cool. Where in the world are you watching us from? That's the question. Let us know. Cambodia, half a chance now. Direct free kick. Are they going to go for goal or are they going to play this into the box? It looks, based on the stance, that they're going to go straight for goal here. Hardy joining us all the way from Singapore, which is fantastic. You must be delighted, Hardy, with how your side has started this tournament so far. They've looked really, really good. Great win yesterday. Sunny Singapore. Afik as well. Deflected goal! Cambodia have scored! 4-2, huge deflection. This game takes another twist and another turn. 4-2. What a game we're seeing here. Afik joining us from sunny Singapore as well. Oh, huge deflection. Off the wall, you can see that sometimes. Set piece again, Hardy is absolutely right. Indonesia conceding both goals from set pieces. Just to clarify, Cambodia 3 goals in this tournament, none from open play. A huge, huge stat. 0 goals from open play. And as we've already seen, you guys commenting, well, you're absolutely right. Cambodia just going to play for the set pieces. Feel sorry for the keeper there. He goes one way, the deflection takes it the other, and it squirms into the back of the net. 4-2, an incredible game. And it's excellent that you guys have joined us from Singapore. I think that we will do a Singapore watch-along. Although I think Singapore have a little bit of a rest now for the next match day. And then... your next game will be against Timor-Leste, so perhaps a watch-along for that, but that should be a comfy victory for your side, if we're honest. To speak a little bit early, should be a comfy Singapore win. But of course, big games coming up. The main one against Thailand, of course. Indonesia player down here. Small break in play. And it is Rumakayak, the substitute, who is down.
Very specific instructions.
You know, this has been an even half. This has been an even half. I don't think that either side has played particularly well in the first 15 minutes of this half. We're now at the hour mark in the game. But is it a deserved goal? I wouldn't say that it's an undeserved goal. It's a wicked deflection off the wall. We will see how this one goes. Half an hour left. Just less than, but with added time. It will probably be half an hour from this point. Another set piece. How many set piece goals have there been in this game then? I'm trying to think about it. I can't remember Indonesia's third goal. Or their fourth. Two each. 4 goals from set pieces, 3 from corners. And 1 free kick. Cambodia trust themselves at the back. Playing some nice football. Oh, they've lost it. And that's always the risk that you run. And the captain... Oh, that is always the risk that you run when you're playing that kind of football. Oh, terrible. It's good press. It must be said, it's good press. And the captain, who makes the mistake, makes up for his error by deflecting it wide. But they've conceded a corner. Another set piece and another chance for that man, Evan Dimas, to whip the ball into the box and cause chaos. Will Irianto get himself a hat-trick here? I take it short. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. You scored twice from corners. Why on earth would you take a short one? And now Cambodia can come on the counter-attack. Swarmed out. Good defending. Oh, really good play. Really good play. Oh, but the ball given away. The right back did really well there. Aswari. Oh, that's a big tackle. That's a booking, I'd say, for the number 15 for Cambodia. Rumakek has been kicked up in the air a couple of times. Safi it was with the challenge. He didn't get booked. I thought he should have, personally. It's a very late tackle. Indonesia play the ball back. Cambodia have a chance, half an hour to go. This would be a real shock result, I think, given the fact that it was 3-0 after half an hour. It's plenty of time to score goals. We saw in the Singapore game, actually, didn't we? Just how quickly you can score. Cambodia give the ball away in a terrible area. Great tackle, and I think this one might trickle out for a goal kick. Corner. Again, the ball won high up the pitch. It's not good from Cambodia in their own box to keep giving the ball away as they are. Ball delivered into the box again, but it's a poor delivery. Indonesia, 2 corners in this second half, both of them poor deliveries. The ball swept forward. Goal kick, Cambodia. Not seen a huge amount from Witan Sulaiman in this game. Again, Cambodia dicing with danger, playing it around their own box. But they do play nice football. But they're going to lose it again. Oh, and they end up going long, but they have lost it again. And it's a chance. It's a chance for Ezra Walian. Deflected. Cambodia win the ball well. I think the Indonesians slightly bottled it there. Cambodia. Chantia can't quite get the ball out of his feet. Cambodia need to come this way. They need to come this way. They haven't done, and it's cut out. I say this way. You have no idea what I'm talking about. They needed to switch the ball from right to left there. But they are back on it. Indonesia had half a chance there. Yeah, Rumah Kick looks full of energy as well. Daimir joining us from Indonesia. A young squad then, Indonesia. Obviously a difficult history for the national side recently. With the FIFA ban, etc. Opal, good to have you with us. Again, of course you watched the other Watchalong the other day. Yeah, Walian, that Persib player. I think he's played quite well. I don't think he's been a huge standout performer so far. Still lots of time to go in this tournament. Rumah Kick doing really well. Oh, just again. Oof. How do we see the rest of this game going? Everyone watching. What are your final predictions for this one? Will Indonesia end up cruising to victory? Or will Suzuki Honda's Cambodia get back into this one? Ooh. Been really impressed with Ashwari in this game. The right back gets the ball again here. The number 14. No options though. Ends up setting it back. No real chance. He was screaming. As the ball went wide, he was screaming for someone to make a run into the box. Nobody did. He ends up trying to cut it back and no one there, but I don't think he's to blame for that. I say the pace from Cambodia is frightening going forward. Cut out again. A little bit of poor play. Oh, they can switch it now, Cambodia. They've got half a chance. They move forward down the right-hand side now. 2v1. Is the chance gone? Long range efforts. Comfortable for the Indonesian goalkeeper. Another change for Cambodia and another change for Indonesia by the looks of things as well. Brilliant game, this one. Highest scorer so far, and there's still plenty of time for more goals. Still 20 minutes plus added time to go. Any set pieces are, of course, a huge chance for Cambodia. Ball swept out to the wing. I really like Chantia for Cambodia. I think he's a really sharp player. Ball into the box! Oh, glanced wide! Huge chance for Cambodia. Big chance. Chantia does really well. Ball down the line. Stretching header. No, he should have done more. He's got to get that on target, I think. He has to get that right. Glances it wide. Should have been a goal. The Bambang Pamungkas jersey has been spotted by Opal. You're absolutely right. Match worn as well. Don't let that go under the radar. In the 2010 World Cup qualifiers, there's even a bit of mud still on it. And of course the Cambodia shirt that I've got as well, just to even things up from a neutral point of view. Does Honda ever look impressed? I don't think I've ever seen Ketsuki Honda smile with or without the mask. He's not the cheeriest chap. Yeah, Cambodia now starting to play some of the free-flowing football that we've seen, and I think that Indonesia need to scruff themselves a goal here, just to really knock the wind out of Cambodia's sails. That's a really intelligent play, this time from Witan Sulaiman. He'll probably be absolutely fine. He's gone down holding his leg. Just waste a little bit of time. Take your time. Yeah, he'll be absolutely fine. There's nothing massively in that. It is a free kick. Take your time. Get the delivery into the box whenever you're ready. Swing it in. Chance for a goal. Still chance, of course, for a Irianto hat-trick. Left-footed in-swinger. Just wide. Any touch and that's in there. Can't believe that didn't go in, actually. Last 18 minutes plus added time. Whilst Cambodia need to take their time and just slow this game down. Try and score goals. Try and play with good build-up. I think that's a foul. Not given. Cambodia have a throw-in high up the pitch. I thought that there was a foul there from the Cambodian winger, not given. Short throw-in. Good turn. Free kick, surely. One each then. Should have just gone from the 1-2 from the throw in there and swept something into the box. They opted not to. Witan having a chat with the gaffer. Cambodia have won this high up the pitch. Here's a chance. They should go across goal. They do. Oh, it's a miscontrol. Could have been a better ball. Oh, it's a poor ball, actually. And Pisot was almost onto that. Cambodia have got a chance here. Cambodia have got a chance. Afik in the chat was right. They're gaining in confidence. Indonesia, they made that change, didn't they? And they brought on number 11 in at centre-back. And I don't think he's played very well. 15 minutes to go plus added time. I've not been massively impressed with the Persib forward. Free kick to Cambodia, another set piece for them. Oh, a corner, a great attempt from Polrot. Miles out, swirling free kick, good dip, good accuracy. Keeper should save it. It's actually a risky save. He goes with the sort of punch technique rather than using the palms to push that away. Could have easily gone into his own net. Cambodia now with a chance. From the corner. Ball swept to the back post. There is a man there. Oh, it's a total lack of confidence in the header. Total lack of confidence in that header from the Cambodian forward. He's right at the back post. There's nothing in that. It's definitely not a penalty. But he bottles the header. He just sort of, you know, winces as he heads it down into the ground. If he'd really headed that back across goal, confident, definitely more chance of a... Oh, Indonesia get away with that. I must say Irianto, I think, has played really well in this second half in the CDM role. Possession in this half has been definitely more in the favour of Cambodia. It's now 50-50 across the whole game. Oh, Pisot can't quite get that over the defender. Cambodia now starting to commit more men forward. The big difference between this game and particularly the game we saw earlier between Malaysia and Laos is when Laos started to put more players forward, Malaysia started to really pick them off, whereas in this game, Indonesia haven't got counter-attack going once. Cambodia pushing men forward, Indonesia barely having a chance in this second half, certainly since the second Cambodia goal. And Cambodia have actually played the nicer football in this second half. I think if you're Malaysia or Vietnam, you're not particularly worried about Indonesia. That's my personal view. See Indonesia again, they won the ball back high up the pitch, but can't make anything come of it. I do feel like players like Safawi and Rashid would have made a bit more of the counter-attacks. Again, Indonesia win the ball high at the pitch but lose it. The ball goes out of play. I don't think that Ezra Walian has been particularly good in this game, I must say. Cambodia played really nice football. Lim Pisot has played really well in this second half. He's going at the defender now. Can he set it back? He chooses to go for goal. Deflected. Everyone for Indonesia is behind the ball, and if you'd have said that before the game. Here's a chance, though. Here's a chance. The ball lost. It's a 3-on-3. Indonesia should score from this situation. More players coming into the attack. The Cambodians don't have the legs to get back, but Indonesia take their time with it and don't end up scoring. I think Indonesia should have done more there. If they were quick and intelligent on that attack, they had 3 players against 3 Cambodian defenders. And they were slow. They were slow to get the ball forward. Will we have a grandstand finish? I think that Cambodia would need to score in the next 2 or 3 minutes to have a real chance in this game. They're having a few things break their way. Oh, another effort at goal with a big deflection. The Indonesian goalkeeper collapses to the ground and gratefully hangs on to the ball. Opal fancies the Irianto hat-trick. It is on. Yudo is coming on for Indonesia. Yeah, I agree with Afik in the chat. I think if you're, particularly if you're Malaysia, actually, you know, you've already got 6 points on the board. I don't think you're watching this game thinking, oh, you know, I certainly don't think that Malaysia or Vietnam would lose to this Indonesia side if Indonesia play like this. I'm sure that they've got more in the tank, though. If you are watching along, there'll be plenty more Watch-alongs, there'll be plenty more videos, match reviews and things like that to get involved with on the channel, so do subscribe.
One inside the Indonesian half.
There's a chance still for Cambodia to get something from this game.
Pushing here, aren't they, Cambodia, for a third at least. Nora.
The worrying thing, as I said earlier, would be the lack of goals from open play. But here's a chance. Lofted ball over the top. Good keeping. Good keeping from the Indonesian goalkeeper, Sayarul. He's not had a huge amount to do today and not a huge amount of things that he could have done about the goals. But oh, that was close. The scooped ball over the top from Pisot into Chantia. But a good save from the keeper just to come out and claim that. Ball now back with the Cambodian goalkeeper. I must say, Indonesia have not been very good in possession in this second half. This is a difficult situation for Cambodia. They're going to try and play their way out. And they do it brilliantly. Ball sprayed out wide. Indonesia had 5 or 6 players in really advanced positions there, trying to cause Cambodia some problems as they pass the ball around the back, but Cambodia did enough.
A week before that.
Ezra Walian comes off for Yudo.
Ezra Walian makes his way off. Sheda Hariyudo comes on.
Yudo putting pressure on the keeper right from the get-go. Cambodia come forward again. Cambodia lose the ball. Will Yudo offer Indonesia? And this is better from Indonesia, right? This is the first time in a long time they've got the ball and they just passed it around. You can just turn around and pass it to your defender, mate. You don't need to go forward with the ball. They're not under any big pressure. This is a good run. This is a really good run. I think it's Rumakayek with that run. Just keep the ball. Got a 2-goal advantage. Not long to go. Just keep the ball. Indonesia with about 7 minutes to go, including what I suspect will be a couple of minutes of added time. Cambodia not yet throwing everything at this game. The kitchen sink's not gone at this game yet. But they do look to be starting to go slightly longer with it. They need more balls in behind the defenders. They need the strikers running towards goal. They need shots on target from open play. It's the one thing that they've lacked.
Some out of time here.
I think that for Indonesia, a win is a win. In response to Hardy's comment, I think a win is a win. I think they'll look at this game and think, oh, a bit of a physical tussle. I don't think that that's necessarily a foul. I think Indonesia will look at this. If it finishes even 4-3 and they walk away with 3 points, they will learn a lot from this game. I think if they were to have played a Malaysia or a Vietnam first up, that would have been tough because they would have probably lost that game. Whilst they had fresh legs going into this game, you know, they hadn't played together in this tournament. I think that Indonesia, if they can just get over the line and just win it, it will be enough for them. It will be enough for their players to just bank this and go to the next game. And I also think for the manager there's some chances. Here's a chance. Indonesia with a big chance. Oh, they've let it go. Real big shot at 5 there. Game would have been done. Game would have been done. And Rumakayek, who I think has played well since he's come off the bench, had the chance there. Couldn't quite make that count.
Search for another goal. Cambodia leaving themselves a little bit exposed. Ignore that.
Ball's not gone.
Sulaiman looks up at his options.
Oh, poor from Sulaiman, giving the ball away. I think that there'll be a huge confidence boost for both sides if it were to finish like this. I think that Cambodia, whilst they'd feel desperately upset that they'd have played 2, lost 2, I think that depending on the final score, they might gain a lot from this. Because the ball is out wide now, swept towards the back post. Out for an Indonesian corner. Is that Irianto hat-trick on its way? We will find out. Huge last few moments here. The goalkeeper moving players around. He's really keen to not concede 3 goals from corners. Have to make sure that they don't give away a penalty either. Delivery comes in. It's a good ball. Headed away. Irianto wasn't actually even in the box for that one, which is an interesting thing considering that he literally scored 2 from corners. But he was resting on the edge and he's ended up slicing his effort over the bar. How will Cambodia feel about this game? They've lost, and that pretty much sees them out of this tournament. But are there positives to take from this? They've played nice football. That's a good ball in behind. It's a chance. It's a chance. Oh, it's brilliant keeping. It's outstandingly good keeping. Oh, that was a huge chance. The ball in behind was phenomenal. Again, the defending not great. The keeper does brilliantly to get something on the ball there. That would have been a penalty. How do you got that wrong? It's definitely not a penalty. It's a brilliant save. And Chantia, well, I don't know if he could have done a lot differently there either. Foul and a free kick to Indonesia, and I think that Indonesia have now done enough to get this one over the line. It's finished 4-2, so I predicted either a 2-0 Indonesia win or a 3-1 Indonesia win, and it's looking like it's going to be a 4-2 Indonesia win. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, yeah, that's a good point, Hardy. I think that, you know, there will be some sides from all across Southeast Asia and all the leagues that will probably look at this tournament. And for sides like Cambodia, it'd be a good opportunity for their players, who I must say, you know, are actually playing nice football. I think that Indonesia are the better team, but I think that Cambodia have played some of the nicer passages of passing football. I really don't think... having watched this... I mean, that's a moving ball, so that goal kick should be retaken, but that's fine. 3 minutes of added time. We're about a minute into that now. I don't see either of these teams getting out of the group. I know that's a big statement, and I know that Indonesia will probably hate me for saying that, as they have a chance to score 5. They don't. I know they scored 4 in this game. I know that. I just don't think that they've played that well. That's not a foul. If you're from Indonesia, do you think you're getting out of the group? That's the big question. Do you think you're going to get out of the group?
Assault on that Indonesian goal. There is a Indonesian player down.
I'm not convinced.
At the other end.
I think that Malaysia have looked better. I thought they looked better against Cambodia, and I thought that they looked good again today against Laos. And Vietnam, now we don't know, do we?
Sulaiman has gone down. Took that shot.
It's not even Vietnam in this group. Is it Vietnam? No, it's Thailand, isn't it?
Ability now that he's Poland might be quite happy to be
I've
here.
spoken about Vietnam.
This time of year, I can tell you.
No, it is Vietnam in this group.
Cold.
I was right. So obviously Indonesia currently sits second on goals for. They're on the same goal difference as Vietnam. But Cambodia, second bottom in this group with Laos bottom. Indonesia beat Laos 2-0 in match day 1. I'd be surprised. Let's look at the matches. Who plays who next? Laos play Indonesia. So Indonesia do have an opportunity to get 6 points from 6, even if they don't play that well. Vietnam play Malaysia in what is an absolutely massive game in Group B. And probably the first big clash that we've seen, apart from Philippines versus Singapore. And of course, on the final match day, Malaysia play Indonesia, Sunday the 19th of December. That is a huge game. A huge game. It's the final match day in this group. Certainly an interesting group how it's shaped up. Sides winning, but actually you're trying to judge how good a team is based on how much they've beaten another team by. Game over, I think. Free kick missed. There's probably another minute or so to go in this game. But the free kick, a wasted effort, high and wide over the bar. So I'm going to take the opportunity now to thank everyone who's tuned in at any point, with a particular thanks to Hardy, Afik, Opal, Daimir. Is that everyone? Ollie, who joined us as well. And Bang Bang as well, who joined us today. It's been brilliant to have you all with us. What a great game it's been. The game has now... Wait for it. I was going to say has finished, but he's blown up for a free kick. We're still playing. We're in the 95th minute. We're still playing. I don't see why, because Cambodia aren't going to score 2. But maybe they'll score 1. Why are we still playing? I could be stunned. There could be a brilliant goal about to come. High, wide, not very handsome. And the full-time whistle goes. I don't think that Indonesia had a good game in the second half either, and I think that they have another level or two that they can go up. But I don't think that they played particularly well. And based on what we've seen from Malaysia, based on what we've seen from Vietnam, I'm not certain that they can get through. Hardy, thank you so much. I hope that you join us. We'll definitely get some Singapore watch-alongs going as well. Singapore's game on Saturday, is that correct? Let me have a quick look. Singapore's next game. I know, of course, Singapore now have a week off. Tuesday the 14th against Timor-Leste, Singapore's next game. I will see if I have an opportunity to do a watch along for that one. It's been great to have you all with us. Drop a like, drop a subscribe. And just all thanks for saying hi. Final comments from me then. Start with Cambodia. They play really good football, but they're just not good enough. I think that's a fair statement. I don't mean that in a harsh way. I think that Suzuki Honda has done a lot of work on how they play football, but I don't know if he's done enough work on how they defend. Set pieces for both sides were critical in this game. Indonesia are lucky to walk away with a 4-2, given how the second half went. But I never got the impression with Cambodia that they had the skill to break down this Indonesia side. And if Indonesia had been better on the counter-attack, maybe it would have been a different outcome. Man of the match for me, it has to be Irianto. Runner-up would probably be Evan Dimas. A few other players that I thought played well. I thought that Rumakayak played really well when he came off the bench. And I thought that Aswari played really well at right back. A few players I wasn't too impressed with. I wasn't particularly impressed with Walian. I thought that Sulaiman played okay. But we will wait and see. Really, really different. Bambang thinks that the presence of Egi will make a big difference to them. And I'm sure that it will. And it will be really, really interesting to see how this Indonesia side takes place. A few players probably didn't play to their full potential. It will be interesting. Man of the match has gone to Ricky Cambodia. I don't know how it's not gone to Irianto, who scored 2 and played well. But we will see. Between now and the next game, do check out the rest of the content on our channel. It's been brilliant to have you with us. All that's left for me to say, once again, thank you very much. The game has finished. Indonesia 4, Cambodia 2. We will see you next time.